Anybody can buy the latest trending sofa or that viral vase, but what about elevating those pieces? Well, in today's video, I'm spilling some styling secrets that will instantly elevate your decor, and most of these things you can achieve without having to buy anything new. Now, before we get into today's video, hello, my name is KB, and I'm your interior design fairy godmother, and I share tips and deals that help you achieve the luxe look for less every Monday and Friday, and I'd love to have you as a member of my community, so smash that subscribe button. Tip number one has to do with the kitchen. So kitchens, for the most part, look kind of blah, right? Because they're kitchens. Unless you've invested in like a fancy stone, it's giving absolutely nothing. So the first thing you can do to add a little bit of pizzazz is to just change the way that you are displaying your kitchen towels. I know, this seems simple. This seems so very simple, but you can tie it in a fancy bow, you can tie it in a knot, you can tie it in a certain type of way that makes it kind of like appliance jewelry. That should be a thing. Shark Tank idea, appliance jewelry. But I'm being serious. This just adds a little bit of oomph to your space. Instead of it looking like, hey, I just rubbed my pasta hands all over this, it looks messy and I need to put it in the laundry, you're gonna say, oh, look at this beautiful bow. Look at this beautiful knot. Is she a sailor? I love it. I just think it's a great way to take things to the next level. And you can do this on your oven, your microwave, your refrigerator. It does not matter. If that isn't speaking to you, if you don't wanna tie it in a fancy way, but you just wanna find a better way to display those kitchen towels, because I'm telling you, there's some kitchen towels that are truly pieces of art. What I actually like to do is to use these suction cups. So there's no adhesive, they're just suction cups. You can tie them on to your dishwasher, and you can use this to display those dish towels or rags or whatever it is you want to put on display. Any textile you want to put on display, you can kind of loop it like this. So I think this is a really great option. You could even use something like this on your refrigerator if you wanted to add like actual hanging pieces to your refrigerator while keeping it functional. Since we're in the kitchen, let's move on to tip number two, which is to attach artwork to your kitchen backsplash. So a lot of the times people will, of course, lean art in the kitchen, but that takes up precious space, right? And the backsplash itself still looks kind of boring, especially if we don't have like a fun stone or fun tile or something like that. So what I want you to start doing is just using adhesive strips. I use command strips, and hang lightweight art on your actual backsplash. This is going to be a great way to get a unique look and make your kitchen, again, something more interesting to look at. Now, this next tip comes from my friend Stephanie Boyer over on Instagram. You should go check her out. I will link her details down below, but I saw this on her page and I thought this was incredible. The next way to instantly elevate your space is to add jewelry to your lamps. I know you're probably thinking, Kiva, what? You've lost it. No, I've not. She actually takes necklaces, so oversized necklaces, pearls, whatever, and she hangs it on her lamp. So these are the more bulbous lamps, the more urn-length lamps, and it's just a great way to add a pop of gold, a pop of silver, a pop of bling to your lamps and make them look a little bit more unique. Now, this is something that works more if you're like into an eclectic style or more maximalist style. This doesn't really work for, you know, the modern organic space. But when I saw this, I was blown away. And that is exactly what signals, wow, this is a great way to elevate a space. Tip number four is to start using sculpture for more practical uses. So of course you can get a fun sculpture and you can hang it on the wall and it looks beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. But you can always elevate them a little bit. And I found these ones, they look like hands. And basically I'm using these hands to hang stuff. So my bathroom towels, things like that, the hands are gonna hold that. That's what hands are for, right? So they're decorative and they have a purpose. Another sculpture I use is actually this one I have in my bathroom as well. I use this as a toilet paper holder. All I did was shave down the sculpture a little bit, add a glass top, and now I'm able to use this to hold my toilet paper, which I think is super fun. And I will say, most toilet paper holders are very boring, they take up space, and they're not super useful. So I love that this one adds a little bit of art to my bathroom, it ties in the colors of my bathroom, and it serves a purpose of holding my toilet paper and serving as a piece of art. Now, this next tip is something you've probably already tried if you've ever had uncomfortable dining chairs in your life. But this tip is to actually add a decorative rug to your dining chair. So of course you could do what everyone does, the faux Sherpa, the faux fur, whatever. But any type of fun accent rug that's kind of oblong in shape could look really nice on a dining chair. Again, I'm not sure something like this will work for a style like mine, but I think it would work really, really well if you're into the eclectic, the maximalist, something that's a little bit more colorful and a little bit more textured. This also reminds me of a way that you can use a dining item in the bedroom. What I want you to do is actually grab your table runners, your extra long ones, and use them at the base of your bed. This is a great way to add another visual layer. It's a great way to introduce a color. It's a great way to cover the end of the bed really, really affordably. I did this in my sister-in-law's makeover. I got a table runner from IKEA, put it on the base of the bed, and it was a great way to decorate the base of the bed without having to buy throws or anything like that, which can get costly and is unnecessary in spaces like a guest guest room that we don't occupy very often. And this one is so simple, I almost didn't include it, but I have to say it. The next way to elevate your sofa, if it's looking a little bit basic or something like that, is to just add a throw to the back of it. You can use one that you already own, it does not matter, but I like to choose throws from like brands like 8th Generation. That's one of my favorite small businesses. I really love 8th Generation because they are a native owned company and their textiles are true pieces of art. So when I put this on the back of my sofa, it's really like adding another canvas to my home. It's absolutely incredible. It's a breathtaking piece. All of the pieces are. And this is a great way, again, to make your white sofa not look like a white sofa. It doesn't matter how many throw pillows you put on there. They only do so much, I feel. So having a nice throw draped along the back, especially if your sofa is floating, really, really, really is going to transform the way the space looks and feels. Now, this one is super fun, but this has to do with your electrical socket. So electrical sockets are super boring, and of course we can hide them. We can use those ones that are really, really small so that they're a little bit more obscure, but I say let's lean into it. What I want you to start doing is using stone electrical socket covers. So I found these ones on Amazon. They're really great because they look like travertine and they're just socket covers. You're taking something that's normally an eyesore and making it kind of fun. This is a great way to integrate the colors, make those features that are non-negotiable a little bit more seamless in the home. Now, speaking of electrical sockets, I also like to use every plug that's like very, very inconveniently placed as an opportunity to add lighting. I love a good night light, not only to like pee in the middle of the night, but just because of ambiance at nighttime. You don't want to turn on the wretched, scary big light. So I like to use these. I'll use them in the sockets that just aren't commonly used, and it's a great way to shoot light upwards. You have guiding light, and again, it just creates that sense of ambiance that we like to get with lighting, but it's always plugged in, so you don't have to charge it like a USB picture light or anything like that, and it only comes on when it's dark, so it's not like glaring at you all day long. And last but certainly not least, I want you to start choosing pillow covers that have art on them. Of course, you should still get your boucle pillow cover and your more simple pillow cover, but there are tons of companies like Vanderbeek Designs that actually create pillows that have paintings on them. I think that this is wonderful. Something I did is I actually found like an old Kadir Bowley canvas that had gotten ruined, and I just turned it into a pillow using like my sewing machine. And this is a great way to elevate your space as well, because you are taking a piece of art, putting it on display in a novel way. I love that I can lay on the art that I really, really appreciate, and the fact that my sofa isn't always just a white sofa, though I do love my white furniture and I'm very happy with it. And my last tip of the day is to take your leftover wallpaper, if you did a wallpaper project or peel and stick wallpaper project, and turn that leftover wallpaper into artwork. This is a great way to create repetition and continuity in your home, and you can display it on your coffee table. You can put it in like a little picture frame. You can put it on a tabletop easel. You can put it on the wall in a different room. Again, this is just a great way to create that repetition and to get a free piece of artwork, because it's free because you've already paid for it and that was going to go in the trash anyway. So I think this is always a really, really fun way to take the design to the next level. But that's it for today's video. Those are a few ways to elevate your home that shouldn't cost very much money, because you can do most of these things using items you already have in your home. This was more about styling and less so about buying furniture pieces, because buying furniture is just the first step. If you liked today's video, please consider smashing that subscribe button, because as I said, we have new videos every Monday and Friday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'd love to have you as a member of our community. If you want to shop any of the items that I did mention in today's video, I will leave the links down in my description box, and thank you as per usual for shopping via my links. Until next time, have a beautiful day.